Worth, Harley-Davidson, the official location of Premier Fight Series number 3. It's Alex Russ versus LSR Rodriguez. Come in this month for our spectacular pre-loved bike sale. Also in stock, a huge variety of new 2013s to choose from. Conveniently located at 3025 West Loop 12, 820 South by Camp Bowie. Stop dreaming, start riding. March 2nd, Guys and Dolls Ballroom. It's Premier Fight Series number 3.
What up, Fight fans? Welcome to another segment of MMA Talk. I'm your host, Lisa Marie, and I have a special guest with me today. I have Evan the Butcher Cuts, and we are here at Fitness Fight Factory 3. So thanks for having us here at your gym.
Hey, thank you guys for coming out.
Well, you know, we're going to be talking about the Premier Fight Series 3 on March 2nd at the Guys and Dolls Ballroom. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
It just dissolves away. Every time I come to Jerry Brown LMT, he gets me loose and ready to fight. I feel awesome. I can't wait to make it to my next tournament.
All right, guys, welcome back. You know, Evan, this is going to be a very stacked card, and from what I understand, you have some teammates on there. I mean, let's talk about your teammates and who they are.
Yeah, we have some guys representing the gym, representing Fitness Fight Factory. Both are named Casey. Let's talk about Casey Hudson first. Casey Hudson wrestled in college. He's a real good wrestling base. He's been training with Moelers and a lot with Douglas Fry, who's also going to be on the card.
That's right.
So he's getting some good wrestling, some good jiu-jitsu, some good striking. Another guy that I want to talk about is Casey Williams. Williams trains a ton over here at F3 with us. He's a southpaw, and he's been figuring out how to throw that left hand. So to his opponent,
And his opponent, he's going to be taking on Chris Sellers. I don't know if you know anything about Chris Sellers.
Does he fight? Is he with? I think he's with Burt McDonald.
Yes,
which
yes. Actually, Chris Sellers does come out of Texas Fighting Syndicate. That's right.
Yeah, so I'll be interested to see if Burt has any words of wisdom on fighting Casey Williams for him. Him and Casey fought at Legacy, I guess, this last year.
Yeah, over the summer, I believe. So I guess that's a good thing. I mean, he could tell him how he beat Casey, and of course Casey's going to come back and trying to get that victory.
Yeah, always been improving. Casey's really, like I said, trying to learn how to capitalize, being a southpaw. So I'm excited to watch him do damage from there.
Well, you heard it, guys. Before we go into the card, we have some special guests that's going to be coming in, who's stopping by. We have LSR Rodriguez, out of Mullers and Reyes Jiu-Jitsu. And we also have Kashif. Forgive me, Kashif, because he's my teammate, and I always get his last name wrong. We've got Kashif Shalarin?
Oh, man.
Yeah, we got him.
Yeah.
No. And we also got Jeff Mercer coming out of Metroflex, who's going to be coming in and talking about, their upcoming fight on March 2nd. And also, Alex Russ is going to be calling in. He's going to be the main event, taking on LSR Rodriguez, another exciting fight. But before then, let's get a quick word from our sponsors.
I'm Donnie the Bummer Bell, and Robust is my official energy drink. What I like about Robust is it gives you a quick energy burst and you don't get a crash at the end.
Well, Alex, how do you feel, headlining, Premier Fight Series 3? Have you ever headlined a fight before? Oh, yes.
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you're going to be taking on Elazar Rodriguez, who fights out of Moeller's Jiu-Jitsu.
He fights out of there. I know he's also a brown belt, I think, out of Reyes Jiu-Jitsu as well. How are you going to play with that game? Are you going to look to go to the ground at all or just stay up with them?
Honestly, wherever it goes, I feel like I'm comfortable with it and I'm prepared with it. I'm just going to go in there and fight my fight. That's what I'm going to do.
Nice. Say he does take you down. Are you planning on just popping back up, or are you really going to try to play jiu-jitsu this fight?
I mean, it's a fight. And particularly in MMA, the thing I like about it the most is, its potential to go everywhere. So being that, I'm prepared to go wherever it goes. I think the only objective really in a fight, well, there's two, really. There's to dominate and there's to win. And then that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to dominate and I'm going to look for that W.
Well, Alex, I know you've been training very hard. Is there anything that you have done differently to prepare for Elazar?
Well, I am moving my striking to phalanx, a bit of that, and I'm going to be working with Darwin Lamb, so big shout out to my dude there. But outside of that, man, everything is just the same. It's just literally busting my butt, running, swimming, and training.
Well, Alex, I know that you're a very exciting fighter, and I also know you're a very intense fighter. You bring the energy, and people love to see that. I know in your last fight on the Legacy card, you came up short. Does that give you more motivation going into this fight and, headlining Premier Fight Series 3 card?
Well, I'm going to tell you, there's only one thing that slightly motivates me more about this fight, and that's fighting in my hometown. I'm from Fort Worth, and this is my first time fighting at home. So I'm excited about that. I mean, I know I fought in Arlington and Dallas, and I've been able to get a pretty good crowd. But for all my ghetto people who don't really like to leave the city, I'm eager to have those guys be there. But regarding the loss, I really don't think of those things. I don't think of it. I wouldn't be any more or less motivated coming from a loss or a win. That's what happened, and I would be foolish to think anything different other than getting in here and then busting my butt. I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you're working that hard, you really don't have time to ponder and dwell on such things. And I'm working hard, and I'm just focused on the task at hand, and that's getting this W come March 2nd.
Any predictions on this fight?
I've seen this guy fight. He's an exciting fighter as well. And what I will predict is a good show for my hometown. That's what I'll predict. I'm eager to take that win however he slips up and gives it to me.
Well, Alex, before we end this interview, any shout-outs, sponsors, gyms, training partners? I know you have a lot.
Oh, yes, most definitely. I'd like to give a shout-out to the gym, and I'd like to give a shout-out to Phalanx and my new striking coach, Darwin Lamb. I'd like to give a shout-out to my team, Warrior Breed. I'd like to give a shout-out to my large sponsor, C Sports, and this challenge suit, which I'm living in for this fight camp, and it's keeping me strong, keeping me powerful. I'd like to give a shout-out to another one of my sponsors, Party Tapper. They've always taken care of me. And I'd like to give a shout out to Born to Bang, who I've been really happy to work with. Those guys are great. All you guys pick up my Alex Warpath West Born to Bang shirt. And all glory and honor to God as usual.
Well, guys, this is something you don't want to miss. You have Alex Russ, who's a very exciting, intense fighter, taking on Elazar Rodriguez, another intense, exciting fighter. Like Alex said, his motivation is fighting in his backyard, Fort Worth, Texas. So you guys need to come and watch these two put on a great show. Any last words, Evan?
Premier Fight Series always puts on exciting fights, always has great headlines. We're excited to see another great headline out there this weekend. Guys, be there or be square. It'll be at the Guys and Dolls Ballroom. We're excited to see y'all.
Welcome back. We just got off the phone with Alex Russ, and he seems pretty pumped to be fighting in his backyard. Like he said, he's never fought in Fort Worth, so that's his motivation. What do you think about this after, speaking with Alex?
No, for sure. Alex sounds real excited to fight. He sounds like he's ready to bring it and fight in his hometown. Like you were saying, that's great motivation to have all those people behind you, especially when you can hear the crowd yelling your name. It's a real cool feeling to be in the cage and to hear that.
Well, right now we're going to bring in Elazar Rodriguez, who's in the building. Elazar,
Come on,
welcome.
Hello.
What's going on? Thank you.
Not much. How you guys doing?
We're doing well, man. How are you feeling? You got a main event fight coming up, brother.
I'm feeling great. I'm pretty excited about it, actually.
Good stuff. Real good stuff.
So are you pretty excited to be fighting, the main event?
Yes, I haven't done that. I mean, I did it once in my amateur career, but it wasn't a very big card,
Right.
But it's still very exciting to be the main event for Premier.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be taking on Alex Russ, and we just got through talking to Alex Russ on the phone. He had called in, so thank you for that. He's an exciting fighter. He's a very intense fighter. I mean, just like you. You last fought on the Premier Fight Series 2, and you put on a great dominating performance. I was very pleased with your stand-up. Your stand-up just looked great, and I think that's what Alex probably wants to see the fight. He's comfortable either way, but I think Alex is, he's very comfortable as a striker. How do you feel if that's what he wants to do, or are you going to try to take it down?
I probably will take him down. I'll fight him anywhere, really.
No, for sure.
And that's how I fight my fights. I usually don't go in there with a mindset if I can only take him down and only fight him on the ground. I'll stand with him. I'll take him down. I'll work him on the ground, and if he gets back up, that's fine too. I try to be very well rounded so I can fight anywhere.
Right.
What's training camp been like? Who you been hanging out with? Just sticking over at Reyes, or are you kind of branching out this time?
I've been branching out. I've been working a lot with Molars MMA.
Awesome.
There's a lot of guys. William Campusano, Chris Jones. I've trained with Johnny Bedford in his last couple of months, not recently, but before his fight, him, Chaz Kelly, and just a lot of tough guys.
Yeah, man, that sounds good. It sounds like you're surrounding yourself with tough guys. Fighters always say you're going to be the average of the 5 guys that you train with. You're always going to be that average. So getting to go with guys that are that high level, man, you feel like that's really improved your game?
Yes.
For sure.
I really need tough guys to kind of, keep me grounded and, kick my butt every day. So it makes me want to get better,
So you said training camp has been great. I mean, how long have you been training?
Oh, I always train. I'm always busy. When I'm not in camp, I'm still in the gym 5 days a week.
That's good.
So, the only difference is I start to peak and I diet a little bit more. But other than that, I'm always training, and so far it's been going very well.
No, for sure, brother. That being said, we've talked a little bit about Premier Fight Series, and you fought for them before. How do you feel about them as a promotion? Are you excited to be fighting for them? I mean, they're starting to be a name here in DFW.
Yeah, I'm happy that they came along, because they're giving me fights, and
For sure, yeah.
I've been fighting for about a year and a half now, professionally, and I kind of had a tough time finding fights. So I'm just glad that they're here giving me fights, keep me busy.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, Premier Fight Series 3 is, the first promoters to be throwing the 2013 fights, and they have a stacked card. And this is probably one of the better cards that I've seen Premier, throw. I mean, they have, you guys on there, and then they have, you also have your teammate fighting on there, Douglas Fry. He's going to be co-maining, the fight with. He's going to be taking on Javi Obregon, who also fought one of your teammates, Chris Jones. So I mean, it's going to be like a gym war there, kind of. That's what it seems like, just for this Premier fight. But it's going to be exciting. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? I know you got some sponsors. Hell, you wearing one of the sponsors now.
One of my yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Team Reyes, of course, Motor MMA, all my coaches, all the guys that work with me, Tested. Shout out to Crusade. Let's see, Randy King Insurance, and I got one more.
Elazar, if anybody want to get tickets, how can they get tickets? I know you guys carry tickets with you, and how much, and where can they get a hold of you? Facebook, Twitter. You know, let your fans know how they can get a hold of you and how much are the tickets.
I'm on Facebook and I'm on Twitter as well. I've got tickets with me at all times, so just hit me up. You know, if you don't have my number, I guess I'll give it out. It's 214-797-8067.
There you go. It's very important, guys, that you come out and support your local fighters. Supporting your local fighters always brings back the fighters to fight for the promoters. That's what they're looking for, you know, a huge fan base. So like Elazar said, he just gave out his phone number. Are you single? Because you might have some single girls might calling you for something else other than tickets. But you can get him on Facebook. You're on Elazar Rodriguez, right, on Facebook. And what's your Twitter account?
Elisa Rodriguez at El Furioso.
There you go. And that's his fight name. Okay, let me pronounce your fight. What's your fight name again? Because I don't think I know how to pronounce it.
Oh, you know, it used to be, it was El Oso Furioso. We ain't cut it short to El Oso.
Oh, okay.
We got a real cool, real exciting guy coming up. Someone I'm a fan of, Kashif Shalarin. He's going to be fighting Paco Castillo out of El Paso. So we're excited to talk to him. Kashif, come on over, brother. It's good seeing you, man.
What up, Kashif? Sorry about your last name. It's so hard. I mean, you be my team, and I still call you Salon.
It's a shame.
It is a shame.
It is
Oh,
a shame.
man.
It is a shame. I mean, you're going to be fighting March 2nd against Paco Castillo. Now, he's a little bit shorter, stockier guy. You know, I've seen him fight. Have you seen any of his fights online?
No, I haven't seen him fight in person. And then when they announced it on Facebook that we were gonna be fighting, and he was saying that he's not gonna stand up to me, and I was like thinking about maybe I shouldn't stand up with him. And then that night I wouldn't watch videos on how he fights, and I was like, okay, I'll stand up with him.
Yeah, nice.
So
Gave you some confidence after you watched.
You know, I'm sure he might hit hard from what it looks like, but it's not technical.
You just see holes, just lots of holes.
I see a lot of holes.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you too many specifics. I know you don't want to give those away on video. But man, that's cool. That's a cool feeling to have.
So how did you feel when he said, "Oh, this guy doesn't want to stand with me"? Do you think he was trying to, push, lure you into an stand-up war type of fight, or like you said, because I saw your response, he goes, "Hey, I'm going to fight a smart fight. I'm going to fight my fight." And like I said, with Elazar is that some people say, "Oh, they don't want to stand with me," and like I would say, "Well, hell, I don't want to go to the ground with you." So, how did you feel about that? I mean, and I know you said that after watching his fights, you want to stand, but does that anger you? I mean, you don't ever want to go into a fight with being angry, because then you don't want to fight off of that emotion.
No, I didn't anger me. It kind of it made me chuckle a little bit, and then like watching the way he fights, and I'm just like, I'm gonna give him what he wants, but I'm gonna give him a taste of his medicine, but I'm gonna still be smart about it and fight my fight, not his fight. So.
Well, one thing I always say, a straight 1-2 punch always beats a looping shot. So, you'll connect a lot faster than you would if it comes from way out here from left field. So training camp, you said you've been going to Moeller's, you train out of Phalanx. How well is your condition?
My condition has been great. Just 2 weeks ago, I started working with the strength and conditioning coach. His name is Chris Franklin. So we've been doing a lot of work out in Arlington, where I live at. So it's been going good, and hopefully start to peak soon.
Right. How motivated are you for this fight?
I'm very motivated. There's a lot of things going on in my outside life that is just fueling to the fire every day. And I was worried it was gonna break me, where I wouldn't, want to do the things I need to do to prepare myself, and I'm just rolling with it, and it's working. So it's like the first time where I'm able to balance it, but it's still helping me, because before it used to get kind of hard for me. Now I think I got it a little bit.
That's awesome that you're passing through the fire. Use that fire, to forge yourself, to forge your mentality for the fight, and go put on a show, man. We're excited. You know what? Lisa and I have both seen you fight. We know where your spirit is, man. We know you're a warrior. I've seen you on both sides of the decision. I've always seen that fight throughout the fight. I've never seen you give up, man. And that's one thing that I love about you, is that you always bring it. Even in the last round, when you think you're down, you're still bringing it. You know, every now and then, even those are guys that step in the cage, you see them quit. You know, and from you, I haven't seen that yet. And I'm super excited to watch you fight again, brother.
Appreciate it.
Any predictions on this fight?
Let's see. Let's hope for another second round TKO.
There you
Nice.
go. There you go.
Nice.
I know you have sponsors. You know, you're wearing it right now. You
Yeah,
know.
zip up that hoodie.
The fighters,
Zip up that
you know,
hoodie.
always got to wear their sponsors. But actually, that's not your sponsor. That's your management.
It's my management, you know, the one that's backing me the most, and he's helped me out a lot. Is Matt Rosini. So.
And he's with Imperial Fight Management.
Imperial Fight Management. Another one of my sponsors, Robust Energy Drink and Torque Sports and Performance Gear. And you guys can go check them out at Torque.
It's okay. We can start over.
Torque1.com. Torque1.net. And I know that they get a discount if they use your code, right? You got to give that code
You
out.
do get a discount if you use my promo code. It's TRQKSOLARN.
Spell that for them just in case.
It's TRQKSOLARARIN.
There you go. There you go. Any shout outs to your trainers, you know, gyms, you know?
Got to thank Coach Derwin Lamb and Coach Moeller and everyone at Moeller that's been helping me, all the Phalanx fight team. They've been helping me get ready, so thank all of them.
I want you to look in that camera just right now, and I want you to tell Paco Castillo something. Is there any last words you want to give, you know, to Paco?
Paco Castillo, I've seen the way you fight on your feet, and I think it's a little cochino. That's what I think. So.
Awesome, guys. You're watching UFFL Combat TV. You've just been hit. Boom.
Hey, I'm Diner Bummer Bell, XKL lightweight champion, and when I want to take my training to the next level, I use C Sports Challenge Suit. Wearing the challenge suit forces me to be more technical, and when I take it off, I'm faster, stronger, and more explosive. I've used other weight suits, but the challenge suit is like a constant pressure. It's on your chest, it's on your back, it's on your arms, also on your legs. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I rate it a 9.5.
I have another guest who's going to be on the card as well on March 2nd. That is Jeff Mercer, who's going to be taking on Melvin Jordan. Jeff?
What's up, Jeff, brother? How are you, man?
Hey, good. How are y'all doing?
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You know,
Excited
Jeff, yeah, you know, you made your pro debut on the XKO card. Unfortunately, you didn't come out as, you know, where you wanted to see the fight.
Yeah.
You know, but that's then. You know, now we're on, you know, this fight, and you're going to be taking on Melvin Jordan. He just made his pro debut over the weekend. Unfortunately, he came out, you know, didn't win. You know, they went to decision. And so both of you guys have some motivation trying to get their first win. You know, I know both of you guys are owned one, doesn't mean anything. You know, you guys are just on one, and that's it. And now one of you guys get to redeem, you know, by getting that victory. What do you know about Melvin Jordan?
I've heard he has good stand-up. You know, I mean, that's really all I've been able to hear about him.
Okay.
You know?
Tell me a little bit about yourself, brother. I apologize, but you're kind of a new face to me. I you know, heard a little bit about that XKO card, but you tell me, where have you been training? What have you been doing to get ready for this one?
You know, I've been training for this one, man. You know, I've really been working on my ground game a little bit more.
Nice.
You know, I was kind of only training once a day, you know, because I had to walk to the gym every day.
Yeah.
Now I'm mobile, man. I've been training twice a day, 3 times a day.
Nice.
You know, I've been going to Bowie High School to go train wrestling. We have Adam Rochal. You know who Jake Rochal is?
Yes.
Yeah, we have his brother up there as a wrestling coach now at Metroflex.
Nice.
You guys
You know?
just added him, so that's a huge plus for
Oh,
you.
yeah.
So are
know.
you taking advantage of
Oh
that?
yeah, absolutely. You know, the aggression is what I'm loving the most. You know, because you know it was kind of like lost. I haven't really trained wrestling since '05. You know, so going back there, you know, and getting a refresher course on wrestling and the aggressiveness of it. You know, I really love it. I like having it back in you know, my tool belt, so to speak.
Now, you said Metroflex. You're hanging out there with Will Florentino then
Yeah.
as well?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's a good coach.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he is. He really is. You know, and And that's, you know, that's where I've been getting my stand-up is from him, you know. And actually a lot of people around here actually know him from his stand-up,
Yeah.
you know. And I'm excited to see you, you know, to put it to the test this time. I really didn't get a chance to showcase my skills last time, you know, because I kind of like, you know, hit 1,000 once I went in that cage, you know.
Well, now you got that over with. I mean, you know what it's like to be in the cage now.
Yeah.
You got the, I don't know if it was jitters or the nerves or whatever it is when you making your pro debut.
Yeah.
You know, but you got that out of the way.
Yeah.
You know what it feels like. You know what to expect. It is a different fighter, of course.
Yeah.
But you know what to expect being in a cage.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
and sometimes, you know, being a huge audience, that sometimes can, you know, be
it's
kind
a
of
little bit
scary.
different. Yeah. You know, I mean, it was fun. You know, I hadn't been in the cage before that for like a year and a half.
Oh yeah, it's a little
You
bit
know.
ring rust.
Yeah, and that was like at a dive bar, so like you know, like maybe 100 people compared to like 3,000. You know, it's a little bit different. You know,
for sure.
You know,
For sure.
But I'm really excited about this one. I really am.
And what weight will you be fighting this time?
170, still 170.
Still 170, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
where you feel comfortable
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
170. Is that where you're going to stay for a
That's
while?
where I'm gonna stay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
170.
Yeah.
So you said you're working with Will, and now you're working with your wrestling with Roche. I mean, that's probably
Yeah.
one of the best persons to work with as
Yeah.
far as your wrestling. And you said that is your base.
Yeah.
So with that being said, is that where you want to take the fight?
You know, actually, I'd really like to stand up with the guy. You know, just to test myself and see where it's at. You know, I mean, if it goes to the ground, it goes to the ground. You know, I really, you know, I've been working both extremely hard, so I can feel comfortable wherever. You know, I want to bring the aggression of wrestling, but the submissions of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
You know, I want to bring the covering of boxing, but you know, the strikes of Muay Thai.
Nice.
You know.
So Jeff, what's your motivation for this fight? I mean,
My motivation?
Your motivation for fighting, but more than ever, getting this victory.
You know, getting my name out there, you know, showing, you know, all the hard work and everything that you would do over at Metroflex, you know, pays off. You know, my family, you know, friends, and then really in the long run, it's going to be able to help other people out. You know, train other people, you know, train kids classes, you know, do the wonderful like charity events that y'all do, you know, and stuff like that. You know, that's really what the ultimate motivation is. You know?
That's awesome, brother.
You know,
That's awesome.
What do you predict, you know, other than a victory? I always like to hear, I want to knock him out, or I want to submit him.
Yeah, you don't ever want to hear like, oh, I'm gonna lose in the
I'm
second.
gonna lose. Yeah, other than a victory, where do you, I mean, any predictions? Give a prediction, look in the camera.
well, I've already been told by my coach if it doesn't end the first round, I'm going to have a very hard week the next week. So I'm going to work on ending it in the first round. You know, I've been going hard for my stand-up, man, you know, so, you know, prepare to bang. You know, if you feel like taking me down, you know, I've been wrestling, bro, so, you know, prepared to get hit from my elbows and hands from above, you know.
There you go. Any sponsors, you know, shout outs to your gym, family, loved ones, training
absolutely.
partners?
You know, first of all, you know, thank the Lord for blessing me with the ability to do this and the people around me. You know, definitely y'all, you know, because this is awesome to get my name out there, you know. You know, thanks to Metroflex Fort Worth, Randy and Christine, man, y'all helped me out. Dustin at Epic Results for being a personal trainer. You know, Zilla over there at Metroflex. Thanks to the Dixie House Cafe, Bad Intentions Fight Gear. You know, Drive Right Auto for helping me get a car. And, you know, definitely my friends and family. And last but not least, Will Flo and his wife, you know, for being such a, not just a coach, but great mentor and everything else, man.